We're getting you an India Today exclusive news break now, as in fact India awaits Tahavoor Rana 2611 terror-accused extradition. There's a last-ditch attempt being made by Rana to stay his extradition. We've learnt exclusively here on India Today that Tahavoor Rana has approached the US Supreme Court seeking an emergency stay of his extradition. On what grounds? He says he will not survive long enough to be tried in India. We've accessed the application that Rana's put forth in the US Supreme Court, where he said that if he's extradited to India, he will be subjected to torture. And because he's a Muslim of Pakistani origin, he's going to be tortured in India. And then he's gone on in his application to talk about discrimination against Muslims, put out documents and whatnot. Clearly you can see this is a desperate attempt by Tahavoor Rana, the 2611 mastermind, knowing full well that finally justice will meet him. He will meet his fate here in India, talking about torture, talking about how because he's a Muslim he's going to be targeted, how because he's a Pakistani he's going to be targeted, and that he won't be alive if he's sent to India. Nalini Sharma, a legal editor, is joining us with more details on this. Nalini, a bizarre list of excuses that Tahavoor Rana has put out establishes essentially his desperation not to be extradited to India.
Well, Akshita, the most interesting thing that is coming out of this application is that Tahavoor Rana himself has said in the application that the US government has assured him that till the time the US Supreme Court does not decide on his stay application, they are not going to hand him over to the Indian authorities. So it remains to be seen how early the Supreme Court actually goes ahead and hears this application. But at the same time, what Tahavoor Rana stated in this application that has been filed before the US Supreme Court, he says that considering the fact that he is a Muslim of Pakistani origin and also the fact that the government in India is becoming increasingly autocratic, which is something that has been documented in several reports that have been done by US agencies themselves. And the report that he's citing is the US Human Rights Watch report of 2023, where he's saying that it's noted in that the kind of persecution of religious minorities that happens in India, and keeping that in mind, there is a very, very high likelihood that he will be subjected to extreme torture and would not even be able to face trial in India, considering also the fact that he has several medical issues, including an abdominal aneurysm that he has. He's also suffering from Parkinson's. He says there's a mass found in his body that might be cancerous. So considering all of these medical issues that he also has, it should be considered by the court to stay his extradition so that the proceedings can continue in the US and this habeas corpus petition that he has filed can eventually be decided. But for that, it's important that he gets a stay right now. So that's what he's pushing for. It remains to be seen whether or not that's granted, but a lot of allegations being made. He's also relied on the case of arms dealer Sanjay Bhandari, who was recently denied extradition from the UK by a UK court, agreeing to the fact that he might be tortured in India. So Tahavoor Rana is taking it one step further, saying that considering he is Muslim, considering he is Pakistani, the threat of him facing torture is much higher, and hence the court should consider this request. It remains to be seen whether or not that happens, but no doubt about the fact that there's a last-ditch effort coming in from him, especially after the fact that both the US President as well as the Indian Prime Minister had today together in a joint address confirmed to the media that he will in fact be extradited back to India.
And that perhaps explains his desperation also, with the kind of list of reasons that he's put out in that application he's submitted before the US Supreme Court. We'll track what happens in that hearing. Thanks, Nalini, for the moment.